Ooh,
gentle and
a little limp in the wrist there tonight.
don't want to. Careful. This is official record stuff here. All right. I'll call the meeting of the Village of Beach Park Village Board to order. With the clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Gus.
Present.
Trustee Jensen.
Here.
Trustee Miller.
Here.
Trustee Anderson is absent. Trustee Sittig is absent. Trustee Wells. Attorney Frollo.
Here.
Mayor Hucker.
Here.
And Clerk McDonald is here.
All right. We just have a quorum. If you join me in the pledge. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah. Both need 4 votes.
Yep. Okay. Public comment on agenda items. Carrie, did you want to? No. Okay, Carrie Chapman.
Oh, no.
Oh, help me. Help me. Yeah, we demand that you speak to the board.
Oh, no.
All right, next up, we have consent agenda, which includes the following items. Approval of Village Board regular meeting minutes from August 11th. Bills presented for payment, the amount of $115,192.68. The July monthly finance report and public safety report. Is there anything the board would have us consider separately? Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Trustee Gus, second by Trustee Miller. Any discussion?
While it is a bit monotonous and boring, I'd like to point out that once again, we are in the blank for the first quarter of the fiscal year. Looking at the finance report on page 19 of 30, the general fund for the first 3 months was in the blank to the tune of $886,000 and change, which is amazing. And according to our finance director, that's primarily income tax, which is good. That means that our residents are doing well, or they got raises and trying to keep up with inflation. That's all I have. Thank you.
All right. Let me turn my volume off.
Oh, that's you. I was about to reach for mine.
Okay. Then we will call the question here.
Oh, Trustee Gus.
Aye.
Trustee Jensen.
Aye.
Trustee Miller.
Aye.
Trustee Wells.
And we'll need, oh, yeah, 4 trustees. That's right.
We do. Yeah, we do.
You don't have to vote.
Yeah. But keep.
Yes, I thought I missed somebody at some point.
I have nothing under the mayor's report tonight, so we'll move on to trustee reports. First up, Finance Committee.
Thank you, Mayor. Only one item, and that is the date of the next meeting, which is the 21st of September. We foregoed. We skipped the August meeting for lack of agenda items.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Thank you. Parks and Rec, Trustee Gust.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's one thing I want to give a good shout out and a thank you to anybody and everybody that was involved with our August Fest. We couldn't ask for a better day, plenty of food, plenty of things going on.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody liked the racetrack, the animals, and then they had those big 3-wheel bikes you could ride around. That turned out awesome. Everybody, I didn't get no one, and they loved where the crafters were this year.
Yeah.
So they didn't have to walk around, so that was good.
Mhm.
My next thing is going to be this Saturday, August 27th, movie in the park, 8:30 p.m. And the movie's going to be Canto. So
Can you tell us the plot line? Maybe fill us in on some of the key characters.
I got no idea. I'm going to have to go to watch it.
Okay, it's the ultimate surprise.
Take notes from me.
Okay. Trustee Wells is not here for planning, building, zoning. Was there anything?
What? He looks like.
I'm sorry. See?
Like blinders.
Wow. Trustee Wells is here for planning, building, and zoning.
He's awful quiet over there. I can see why.
Hi, Larry. How we doing?
Hello, Mr. Mayor.
Maybe I need a vacation.
Recharge.
No report, sir.
No report.
I'll keep it simple.
Right.
Okay, Trustee Miller is here.
Yeah.
I've talked to her already.
You have?
Well, I
Oh.
acknowledged a motion or a
Oh,
second that you made. So
okay.
now we've spoken officially.
Yeah.
So what do you got for us?
Well, there are two events coming up in September that I'd like to mention, and they're both involving Congressman Brad Schneider of the 10th Congressional District, and Beach Park is part of his district. The first one is going to be a virtual webinar about utility assistance. And the Citizens Utility Board will also be taking part in this. They'll provide information on utilities and talk about the high cost of energy and home energy rebate programs. That's going to be held on Thursday, September 1st at 6 p.m. And the second one is Congress on Your Corner. And this is actually going to be with the congressman himself. This is on Wednesday, September 7th at 6 p.m. And to enroll or get a ticket, actually, for both of these events, you need to go on to the congressman's website, and that's schneider.house.gov/events. And if you go to the website, you will see the Beach Park one is right at the top of the order. And you know, if you simply enroll, you'll get, after you provide your information, you'll actually get like a ticket. And I tried it out myself today, and it comes with a, little
How much that cost you?
free,
Really?
the perfect price.
It's an election year.
So which corner will they be on?
Which corner? Well, that's to be provided when you enroll.
No.
It's in Beach Park at, can I say?
We don't know yet.
All right.
It's somewhere.
Specific details are available when you sign up for your ticket.
Okay.
And so simply go to the website, sign up.
So it's at your house then is what you're saying?
No, I doubt that. They're calling it an RSVP. I'm sure they would like to have a nice turnout. So
Sure.
encourage everybody to investigate on the website and sign up. For the Congress on Your Corner, the congressman will take questions. He will take questions in person from the audience, as well as telling us everything he's doing in Washington.
Mhm.
And that ends my report.
All right. Now for somebody who actually isn't here, we have an ordinance through Public Safety Committee amending section 10.08.010 of the municipal code regarding parking provisions in certain roads within the village. And as my understanding is this is basically opening up overnight parking in an efficient way by ordinance for the streets in Cambridge, Heatherstone subdivision. And the specifics are between 1 a.m. and 6 a.m. Parking will be allowed on these streets. However, not on the opposite side of the street from the fire hydrants. And of course, no blocking of fire hydrants is permitted in any way, shape, or form. So would someone like
Mayor, I'll offer a motion with a text amendment.
Did Mr. Scribner strike again?
Well, it's internally inconsistent.
Okay.
And if you look in section 1, second line, after the comma, it says unless otherwise posted. And then if you look at B below, we've stricken anything to do with signage and posting. And so what I'd suggest is that instead of saying unless otherwise posted, something to the effect of unless otherwise, or unless otherwise identified herein, or some language to that end, so that it's not internally inconsistent.
I just wanted, if I could, Mr. Mayor, I think there's also, though, if you remove that, you don't allow for special occasions or a specific need. For example, if you had an emergency where you needed to have people parking on the streets or something of that nature.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's, intended to allow for circumstances like that too. So,
Okay, well, then you could put another clause in there unless otherwise posted or identified herein, something like that. I'd go along with that.
and that's what it's trying to say up top, I guess.
It does, but right, without that
I'm
additional
just pointing that
clause,
out, but if there's suggestions, obviously that's.
without that additional clause, you're below, you're striking out anything to do with posting. I don't know.
I think-
English is only my first language, so
I think that makes sense, what the trustee's suggesting, unless otherwise posted, or the other words were, or identified herein,
Mm-hmm.
because that allows for.
I'm good with that.
That allows for B to stand.
Okay.
As amended, I move that we approve this.
We have a motion as amended, a motion amending the text of the presented ordinance. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion by trustee Jensen, second by trustee Gust. Any additional discussion? All right. Does our Heatherstone resident concur?
I think a lot of the residents would concur. There's quite a few residents that have kids,
Yeah.
and the parking is very limited over there. I had several of them approach me about they might have to move out of the village.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I told them we would discuss the matter and hopefully be able to resolve it, and I appreciate it, and they appreciate it.
Good. All right. Well then, would the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Jensen.
Aye.
Trustee Miller.
Aye.
Trustee Wells.
Aye.
Trustee Gust.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Next up, for another person that's not here, Public Works, we have a resolution authorizing the purchase of up to 840 tons of rock salt at a price of $77.60 per ton from Morton Salt in Chicago for the 2022-23 winter season through the Lake County Cooperative Purchasing Program. And this is actually a contract to purchase 700 tons plus or minus 20%. Is that accurate? Okay. So that's the up to 840. Do we have a motion to that effect?
I'll give you that motion without amendment.
We have a motion without amendment?
Shocking.
Second.
And a second. Oh, I probably should have stayed home tonight. I just
No, not another one. Gee.
All right. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Trustee Miller.
Aye.
Trustee Wells.
Aye.
Trustee Gust.
Aye.
Trustee Jensen.
Aye.
Motion carries. No report from the TIF committee. Any staff reports of interest?
Just one item, Mr. Mayor. On August 30th, 5 to 7 p.m., we have the public meeting for the Sheridan Road bike and pedestrian improvements. The phase one, the plan as it's been developed by our consultant. So a notice has been sent out to all the affected property owners on Sheridan Road, notifying them of that meeting too. So I just wanted to remind everyone of that.
Thank you. All right. We have no old business. Is there any new business to come before the board tonight? All right. Carrie, this is your next chance to talk. Citizens wishing to address the board. Still nothing? Did you buy anything? Oh, boy.
Of course she.
Wrong question.
I don't even ask that anymore. Probably socks. Yeah, shelf paper.
Gonna put you to work, huh? Sound like she's gonna put you to work?
I'm sorry.
Sound like she's gonna put you to work?
Yeah. We have no cause tonight for an executive session.
Mayor,
Yes.
I would like to offer a motion to adjourn, as well as congratulations to one and all for the opportunity to pay off student debt of all of the liberal arts majors, the gender studies majors, and so forth that signed loans and can't pay them off, and because they're working as baristas or Uber drivers. So we all have the opportunity to pay that. And I just like to congratulate everyone on pitching in to help with that wonderful cause.
You got all that, right? Okay.
But bottom line, it's a motion to adjourn.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. We are adjourned. Thank you.